What is going on? I'm ZMOT. That is code ZMOT in the Supercell Creator Boost. Just a note, there is double code stuff in Brawl Stars for the next couple weeks. So please, if you play Brawl Stars, please throw code ZMOT in there. Please, please, I'm begging you, please. This thumbnail alone has to be worth something, right? The number of hours I put into this is ridiculous. So if this thumbnail made you chuckle, please throw creator code ZMOT in the shop. I'm going to show you how to attack not only my base, but other clumped fives. I've heard from a lot of people you're struggling with clumped 5 engine room bases. Now I'm going to be using these troops right here. I've got Bombardiers. We're not going to use them on this. We're going to stick with plain and simple. We're not going to use heavies either. I do have the critters. I've got the max critters, finding them somewhat useful, not overly useful. I've got maxed artillery. I've also got, where are we going? We're going over to the left here, where we got maxed riflemen, which I think everyone in this entire season has, and laser rangers. This is going to be how we're going to do it. We'll start out with a replay. That way I can guarantee we get a clumped base. You'll notice I'm going wide right, which is good if they have an engine room over there, but we're going wide right. I'm dropping my riflemen first. Riflemen are first for very good reason. That is because you want them out front. If your laser rangers get out front, this attack is over. You're going to lose, and you're going to cry, and it's going to suck. So you see that rocket launcher is intentionally designed to reach that corner. I'm sure that's why it's got to be there. We're going to throw some critters to clear those mines for the exact reason of keeping our troops alive. Then we're going to use some smokes. Yes, you have to use some smokes. Now, you'll notice right there, this smoke, we don't want to draw in black. We want to draw in pretty yellow here. Let's go with this yellow presets. We're dropping this one first. We want our riflemen to show first. Then we're dropping 2 in behind. Those are for our laser rangers. If you've ever attacked operations, you know what I'm talking about here. This is like hitting the Fang core hit or hitting the Torrent core hit or whatever the heck it might be. Get your meat shield out front. In this case, it's going to be rifles. We're going to slow it down to half times mode. Then we're going to get all of our stuff, and I missed something over here. I got rid of this rocket launcher over here with 4 artilleries. That way I can shock all this mess in one shock. We're going to get rid of this rocket launcher back here. We're going to shock these ones, and then we're just going to crush this base as we get all of our troops in here. We're going to throw 2 shocks, 1 shock on top of the machine gun and the rocket launcher, and then 1 shock on all of that stuff in the back. I think I missed the Lego shock, but just cruising on in at this point. So there's some form of rushing, like you've got to be on top of it a little bit at the very beginning, but after that you're just pumping out second wind and shocking the high value stuff. The one thing that I was not doing for a long time was using 4 artillery to get rid of something. Generally speaking, a rocket launcher, but also a shock launcher or a shock blaster. Okay, let's do it live. As someone famous on Fox News once said, if you've never seen that YouTube freak out, you probably should watch that. Just like go on YouTube and search for "Let's Do It Live." Maybe I'll put a comment down below, but let's go. Just can't get a clumped 5, which kind of shows you people are starting to move away from them. Maybe that's your answer right there. So this one, easy shock on those 3 rocket launchers. That's going to be cake. So we're going to go and get rid of the shock blaster. Some of you might be screaming inwardly. Also note, I should have dropped my troops first. Always drop your troops first. Then you do the artillerying. That way you can save in the neighborhood of 10 seconds or so. I screwed that up fairly poorly on my part. I screwed it up on... Anyways, you get the basic idea. We are going to need to be a little bit careful. That rocket launcher is a couple tiles further towards the right, which means we need to be extra careful when it comes to throwing our smokes out. Need to throw them a little bit earlier, be a little bit more careful. If those smokes are too late, this attack is over and done, and you are done and dusted. And let's just throw that 1 shock nice and early. We're going to throw some critters to clear all of those mines. Same sort of thing. People have done very, very good jobs about placing their mines. Need to be careful. People know you want to come in the side door, just like in Home Alone. So they've set up paint buckets and whatever the heck on that side door. Do not fall for it. Do not let them take you down. Need to be careful. Throw those things out there, and then you are just going to crush their base. Absolutely. And now our troops are starting to deep focus on engine rooms. We don't want them. We want to get rid of all of those gosh darn rocket launchers as fast as we can, because otherwise our troops are just going to get melted. There we go. Let's go. Getting in and amongst all of the things. Some troops are going to run away like silly troops they are, but 5 engine rooms, clumped base. I think we crushed it. I mean, our time probably would have been a little bit faster had we have not started throwing artilleries before we dropped troops, but 2 minutes 9 seconds probably should be more like 2 minutes 20. They're way faster times, I fully admit, but by doing it this way, you're not going to fizzle. Or if you fizzle, it's going to be very, very, very rarely. So see, this person has forgotten about those right-hand side engine rooms. Otherwise, they wouldn't be wasting their critters on that engine room over on the left-hand side. We might just be able to force them to fizzle. It'll be very interesting to find out in the next couple seconds or so. Maybe they had planned on it. Maybe they wanted to get those critters out front, so this shock blaster has to focus on them. Oh, you've thrown a shock. Well done. Well done. So Sam the Ace took down all of our engine rooms, but I do recommend throwing that engine room with a couple defenses over on that right-hand side. I initially had a boom cannon where that sniper tower was, but sniper towers shoot a little bit faster, and I wanted to get my boom cannon in on that left-hand side clumpiness. I probably would have been even smarter to throw, you see, coming back into 20. Probably should throw a flamethrower over there just so that we can get a little bit of protection against critters. We're going to try to do one more. If we can get one more clump, it would be a good example, I think. Ooh, look at this clump. They know you want to come from that right-hand side. So guess what we're going to do? We are not going to come from that right-hand side. They have got a poor base set up here. Look at this. They've got this rocket launcher touching that back shock launcher. That means we're going to get extra value. Take all the value you can, and now we're going to drop our riflemen wide, getting all of our laser ladies to shoot that mortar. We want the mortar gone. The mortar's going to do way more damage to us than any single sniper. And then we're moving over into here, throwing a smoke just so that that mortar doesn't do all of the damage it wants to. And then the same deal, using our smoke, coming on up. And then we're just going to nestle in super close, trying to get all of our troops under that smoke. And then we've got one beautiful shock. Look at how great that shock right there is. That is all of their value gone. Like, just utterly obliterating everything they hold dear to them. So good. That's like, I mean, I'm trying to make the Home Alone references, but just utterly and completely failing. Is that the paint can in the face? The frozen stairs? I don't know. Let me know what you thought. I mean, I let my kids watch Home Alone when they were way too young, and I didn't realize there's a whole bunch of things that are, I mean, it's a great movie. Home Alone, and by the way, there's like 4 of them. Not sure if you guys have watched all of them or not, but there's a lot of Home Alones. Forgetting to mix that reference in, trying to get some correlation between the thumbnail and the video. I spent a whole bunch of time on the thumbnail yesterday. Hopefully you appreciate it. Hopefully this helps you take down those 5 engine room bases that are clumped, which will help you beat me, unfortunately. I'm kind of okay with that, though. This season has been an absolute mess. Throw code ZMOT in all the shops. Hit me up in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell, all those YouTubey things. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.